Please, imagine Akron's uptick in teenage and young adult violence as being snake venom, with toxins attacking the nervous systems of Akron neighborhoods from Kenmore to North Hill. Who will create the anti-venom? The improvement movement will create the anti-venom that reduces violence in Akron. We intend to reduce violence and create this anti-venom by hosting programs that tap into the Rubber City's teenage and young adult human resources. Just as scientists find anti-venom with venom, the improvement movement will create Akron's antidote with teens by counteracting violence with educational, training, and ideological programs aimed at impoverished, at-risk, and disenfranchised teenagers and young adults. Creating a cure for violence demands a laboratory, and you guys funding the Akron Anti-Violence and Youth Employment Epicenter presents the perfect opportunity to establish a laboratory of life in Akron's 5th Ward. Let's examine the acronym TAP and how it relates to tapping into teenagers and young adult human resources to reduce violence. The abbreviation stands for T, target, A, assist, P, propel. First, the T is for target. We have to target these human resources. We are equipped to launch a broad and deliberate effort to recruit 80 to 100 delinquent to exemplary youth and every profile in between. An advantage of broad outreach ensures effective outcomes in all social circles. 40 delinquent incarcerated youths deserve a new direction, and 50 stellar youths need positive reinforcement. Our lens is focused on clients from traditionally violent neighborhoods, underemployed neighborhoods, from single mother households, government-assisted living conditions, and individuals with a subpar academic history. Targeting this demographic brings the filet mignon to starving residents that lack the structure and infrastructure to live a violent-free life or even envision a brighter future. Impoverished residents feel threats of violence and witness shootings, yellow tape, and sirens at a high frequency. Herein lies the environment where Akron can derail potential sources of violence and eliminate future victims. There are good kids in the neighborhood, just like we were. And those good kids are the kids and young adults we're going to target to serve as our anti-venom. Targeting 100 teenagers and young adults puts our organization in the thick of things. Recruiting the right clients is the building blocks of creating the anti-venom to reduce violence in Akron. Now, we have the A for assist. We will assist the teenage and young adult human resources in reducing violence with jovial, profitable, and applicable programming, which will be held at the self-sustaining Akron Anti-Violence and Youth Employment Center. The goal is aiding and abetting clients into a bountiful life free of poverty, illiteracy, and violence with 3 nights of programming every week and creating over 20 jobs. By mentoring youth to be successful employees, how to navigate through the job market, and how to earn money, we will produce 100 young resources that frown on violence. Finally, we have the P, which is for propel or set in motion. Our intention remains preparing children for public school, university classrooms, and the workforce by hosting educational, scientific, and recreational programs. Clients will not be sailing into uncharted waters because our programming will equip clients to stay afloat in career and economic pursuits. Our network is full of college graduates, corporate managers, and consummate professionals that can direct youth away from shooting a gun on the street to obtaining a CDL license, GED, high school diploma, or a Juris Doctorate. Confidence in our plan rests in the success of similar initiatives that have used employment and programming to reduce violence across America. For example, the effects of summer jobs on youth violence PDF points out in its abstract how employing youth instead of incarcerating youth dropped the violent crime rate by 45% in Chicago. On page 2, the PDF supports our view that violent crime originates from socioeconomic racial inequalities when it theorizes. Poor employment prospects drive crime and violence by lowering the cost of punishment and crippling inner city neighborhoods? If so, it might seem logical that policies to enrich job prospects among disadvantaged youth should reduce their involvement in crime and violence. Poverty, ignorance, and inactivity has given birth to Akron's rise in vengeful, venomous violence. There is no overnight cure, but our organization has been working since 2011 to reduce Weber City violence. Notably, we hosted 2 Black Family Town Hall meetings at the main library in downtown Akron in 2019. Also, we hosted 2 Kill the Violence concerts in 2017 and 2018, as well as a Stop the Violence car wash in 2019. Over the past 10 years, our efforts have been supported by Councilwoman Tara Samples, Ohio House Representative Tavia Golonsky, the men of Omega Psi Phi, the women of Delta Sigma Theta, Akron Fire and Police Departments, and a multitude of residents.
Let me break it down for you again. 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 Let me break it down for you again.